there, Latin 1. Here we are, chapter 14. Chapter 15, where we realize that I have been lying to you this whole time. Here we are. Let's do the glossary first, and then we will start unpacking my lies in the next few videos. So, page 113. Expecto expectare. Expecto expectare. So that cross out to look out for, that's too confusing. Write in to await. And this is where we get obviously the word to expect. But notice expecto expectare, just cover up the X and you get specto expectare. Okay? Longus. The feminine of which is longu or longa, which means long. It can also mean tall, because Romans didn't really think very often about the differences in describing things that were big. So tall, it turned sideways, is long. So that's where obviously we get the word long from. The next one, diu. Diu means for a long time. Appareo, apparere. Okay, this is a second conjugation, and it means to appear. It's where we get apparition from. Apparate, if you're a Harry Potter fan. Rota, rotai. Okay, this is where we get rotate from. Rotellini is a certain kind of pasta. It looks like a wheel. Okay. Rotary. Procul. This is one that always gave me trouble when I was learning Latin, so hopefully it doesn't give you trouble. But procul means far off or in the distance. Nubes, nubis. Okay, this is a word that means cloud. I don't know my geology very well or my meteorology very well, but I do know that a cloud is often fluffy and white, and I know that word nubile comes from this. It means like untouched. Pulvis, pulveris, masculine. This is a third. Okay, so the stem is pulver. It's just in the nominative, it says pulvis, right? So this means dust. This is where we get pulverize from. Plaustrum, plaustri. Okay, this is a neuter. Don't worry, there'll be videos to explain it. This means wagon or cart. Basically, a wagon or a cart has two wheels. Onus, oneris. This is also a neuter, and this means load or burden. It's where we get the word onerous from. You want to sound smart, you talk about how your homework is just too onerous. Next one is tardus, the feminine of which is tarda. And this is where we get tardy, because you're walking slowly. This is also where you get the term retard. Like to retard in music is to play slowly. To retard a process in science is to slow it down. And yes, it was used as a word to talk about people with developmental delays 40 plus years ago. And we can change our words, so I just assume not hear that word ever to describe a person. Illud means that. Okay, I think we saw ile at one point, or ila, and that also meant that. Okay, praeterea. Praeterea. This means besides. Now, praeter can mean in front of. It can also mean except for or beside something. Praeterea, besides these things. Next one is bos bovis. Bos bovis. So where we get bovine from. Something is cow-like. It is bovine. This could mean cow or it could mean ox. It's just like, the big mooing thing. Okay. They also had another word which is vacca, V-A-C-C-A, which is where we get vaccine from, and also Vacaville and vaquero, stuff like that. Fortasse. Fortasse. Means perhaps. Okay, and I've always just kind of liked that word, fortasse. Quatuor means four. Okay, as in there are four wolves. It's where we get quatrain from. It's where we get quartet from. We get a lot of words. Quart. Okay. Duai means two. Okay, quatuor and duai are both plurals. We'll get into that later. Duai means two. Duet, dual, duology. Tantum means only. Tantum means only. Neapolim means you're going to the city of Naples. So to Naples, or Naples word. Lovely city, terrible pizza. And the last one, praetereo, praeterire. Now, this is just eo ire. This is not a fourth. This is an irregular, but we put prepositions in front of our verbs. So praeter, which is not part of Sid space. So praetereo, praeterire, which is to go past someone, to go ahead of someone. Okay. All right, so there's going to be more words for you coming up, but for right now, I'm going to just make sure there's nothing else I needed to give you. Nope, I'm going to hit the button.